Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up, beautiful people? Happy Thursday to each and every one of y'all. How we feeling today, y'all? What is good? What is good? Let me pause. Let me let this play out real quick. There's only like another 40 seconds on this bad boy, though. What's good, though, beautiful people? How we feeling? We're gonna take the headphones off, though, after this. We do got some things to talk about today. But what is good, beautiful people? Just a little bit bigger. Alrighty. How we feeling, y'all? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? It's your boy, CazCray, the creator you require, giving you the content that you most definitely desire. We back in the building, y'all. How we feeling, y'all? Alrighty, so today is officially, well, kind of unofficially, because this wasn't really like a show type thing yet. Let me fix my camera real quick before I really get into the meat and potatoes of what we're talking about today. But yeah, today we got a lot to talk about, beautiful people. I might get a little bit heated today as well on one of the topics in particular. Can't speak right now. Words are hard, y'all. Let me tell y'all. But yeah, we're back. Episode 2 of Mask Off with CazCray. Today we have a good amount of things to talk about that are on the docket. So first and foremost, we're definitely going to be talking about the Jeff Hardy situation. For those of you guys who didn't hear, Jeff Hardy once again got arrested for a DUI. We also are going to be talking about Vince McMahon's $3 million affair, or alleged affair, I should say, right now. And we're also going to talk about Twitch's new ad incentive program and why that might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. And last but certainly not least, we're going to talk about a Twitch partner who recently decided that he's going to end his contract with Twitch as a partner. And he gave some pretty good reasons as to why. And also, we got a little bit of a late thing added in today in the form of new additions coming to YouTube gaming, which definitely is a good look for me, at least. But first thing we're going to talk about is Jeff Hardy. Before we get into that, let me just see what's good with the chat. What's good, Lucky? Time to let loose? Yes, sir. All right. Well, chat seems a little bit shy today. It's all good. I know I kind of had the mask off thing happen a little, you know, impromptu, but we're going to get right into things. So we're going to switch right over here. Big shout out to my boy Disparity for the new overlays as well. If you guys aren't subbed to Disparity, I'll post the link to his YouTube channel in the description of the VOD, and I'll post it like in all the videos that I get, like I pretty much make from these, you know. Alright, so first thing we're going to talk about though is Mr. Jeffrey Nero Hardy. I mean, we all know Jeff Hardy is that, like, all of us who are wrestling fans know that Jeff Hardy for a very long time has had a lot of issues as far as, you know, drug abuse, as far as having DUIs and whatnot. But he, on Monday, for those of you guys who haven't heard, he got his third DUI in 4 years. So this comes from WESH2 in Orlando, Florida. Former WWE star Jeff Hardy arrested in Volusia County. Kind of interesting they don't put out that he works for AEW now, but you know, not a lot of people really pay attention to AEW, even though it's in the same, like AEW is based in the same state, but oh well, we ain't gonna talk about that. That's not important. But yeah, former WWE and current, they mentioned it here, so my bad. Current All Elite Wrestling star Jeff Hardy was arrested Monday in Volusia County for driving under the influence of alcohol. It happened on I-95 when troops pulled over Hardy after receiving calls about an impaired driver around 12:45 a.m. Okay. And sports analysts say he's recognized as one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, and he's only one half of the Hardy Boys tag team sensation. And this marks the third DUI for Hardy in 4 years. So, if you guys want the article, the link to this article, I'm going to post it in chat right now. You guys can, you know, pause the video, read. But yeah, brother in here, I knew you'd be drunk. Yeah, I know you guys can't really read it. My overlay is a little bit weird, so if you guys want to read this article, you guys can go right on ahead. But then it came out apparently that Jeff blew a .294 BAC. That is really high, to say the very least. Really high. The legal limit in Florida is 0.8, just for reference. So Jeff Hardy was drunk as a skunk. Okay, he was lit, bro. He was litty. There's no other way you could put it. He was just off his rocker at that point. So yeah, as TMZ put it, he appeared to be in a stupor and confused, according to one of the cops, or to the cops. And he was also suspended by AEW, as you guys can imagine. This came down on Tuesday, that AEW doesn't condone his behavior. Tony Khan put like a big tweet out. I just forgot to like put it up here, so that's my bad. But basically, Tony Khan offered to do whatever he can to help Jeff Hardy to get treatment for his substance abuse issues. And apparently Jeff has indicated that he's open to receiving help. So apparently Jeff is actually accepting help this time. Apparently, like, you know, allegedly when he got released from WWE, they offered to like have him go to not therapy. I was about to say therapy. I'm tripping. To like go through like another like substance abuse program, and he said no, and that's why they ended up releasing him. So I mean, take that for what you will. But outside of that, now Matt and Jeff were supposed to be a part of the tag team match yesterday in AEW that ended up being the main event between Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks. The Hardy Boys were supposed to be in the match as well, but because of what happened to Jeff, they weren't in there. So Again, take that for what you will. But now we're gonna switch back to just chatting, and I really gotta let this fly at this point, bro. So I posted a TikTok on like pretty much the day it happened, more or less. And a lot of people, nobody like directly mentioned me, so it's like it's not like I'm like taking shots at anybody in particular either. But I posted a video basically condemning Jeff for this third DUI in 4 years. And basically I'm just like, he has to get help, it's on him, he's a grown-ass man type stuff. I saw a lot of people on TikTok, and I've seen a few people on Twitter as well, who were just like, well, I'm just glad Jeff's okay, this, that, and the third. And there was a time in my life where I probably would have been saying the same thing as well. And I just want to preface I want to preface this entire thing that I'm about to say by letting you guys know, well, most of you guys already know, like I struggle with addictions of my own. A lot of you guys know I've pretty well documented my addiction to cigarettes and whatnot. I haven't smoked one today, so I'm good on that at least. But I've dealt with smoking for like the past 10 plus years. Realistically, I understand addiction. Like, I understand that it's really hard. Like, I've relapsed multiple times. Like, I've quit a few times. Like, during COVID, I quit for like a year and a half before I relapsed again. So, I know like alcohol and cigarettes are not the same thing at all, but I want people to understand this. Like, this is not coming from the perspective of somebody who doesn't understand addiction. This is coming from somebody who is currently dealing with fighting an addiction right now as I'm recording this video. So, but my feeling on Jeff Hardy is, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm done with Jeff Hardy. I will not sit here and say that. But at this point, I can't really find it in my heart to have sympathy for him. I have sympathy for the addiction part, okay? Like, let me rephrase it. I have sympathy for him as far as his addiction goes, because addiction sucks. It is a disease. It's a disease of habit. It's a disease that you give to yourself. But I do believe addiction is a disease. People, you can debate me if you want. I'm not really, you're not going to change my mind. People have tried. People have failed. It's all relative. It's all an opinion thing. I'm not going to look down on you if you don't think I'm not going to look down on you if you don't think addiction is a disease, but I'm also not going to change my mind that I think it is a disease. So we're just going to have to agree to disagree on that. And so I say that to say this. I do think the addiction is an issue. But my bigger issue, and why I don't have sympathy for Jeff Hardy, or why my sympathy ends for Jeff Hardy at a certain point, is the fact that this is now his third DUI in 4 years. At this point, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he has an addiction. Well, it does. It does have something to do with him having an addiction. So, I misspoke there. That's my bad. But what I meant to say is, his addiction is one thing. But you're getting behind the wheel. Your addiction is causing you to make decisions like this that are putting your own life in risk and other people's lives in risk as well. So at this point, I can't really get down with the whole I'm glad Jeff Hardy's okay thing, because he's putting other people's lives at risk. I mean, literally the same year, Sonny, who everybody shits all over, literally killed somebody by getting behind the wheel and driving while intoxicated. So, is that what it's going to take for people to really wake the fuck up on this whole situation with Jeff Hardy? Like, is that what it's going to take? Because I just feel like a lot of people are making excuses for Jeff because Jeff is their favorite wrestler of all time, or one of their favorite wrestlers. Jeff's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time as well. Like, when I really started watching wrestling, Jeff was one of my favorites. And I was so hyped when he won the WWE Championship at first. But at this point, I'm not going to make any excuses for him. I don't think anybody should make any excuses for him. This is now 3 times that he has been arrested in 4 years for DUI. Something's got to give at some point. And he's had issues with substance abuse for pretty much the past decade plus. So, at a certain point, you know, I do understand that he has an addiction issue. I absolutely do. But I can't have sympathy for somebody who continues to put other people's lives in danger because of his addiction. At a certain point, it's up to him to fight this. At a certain point, it's up to Jeff to be like, you know what? I'm tired of living this way. I'm actually going to change this time. And I'm actually going to just be completely done drinking at this point. It has to be his decision. Like, and you know, there's only so much that Matt can do. There's only so much that Rebby can do. There's only so much that Tony Khan can do. There's only so much that anybody can really do for Jeff at this point. It's on him. I know that sounds insensitive, not having sympathy for him. But at the end of the day, Jeff is making his own bed with it, so he has to lay in it. And for the people who are trying to blame Matt and Rebby for this, fuck you. That's not, like, they're doing everything that they can to try to help him at this point. Sitting here trying to blame, like, put the blame on somebody who is not Jeff Hardy is so irresponsible that is crazy. You know, I'm not saying, I don't think that the people who are, like, you know, standing up for Jeff and, like, making excuses for him or whatever, like, I think that's wrong, but it's like, I don't think that they're, like, you know, enabling him or anything like that, but it's like, I think that they need to stop coddling him, period. I think those people need to stop coddling, but it's nobody's fault except Jeff's at this point. He's 44 years old, bro. Jeff needs to be held accountable. And for all you guys who are, like, big fans of him, who, like, are still, like, you know, saying, oh, I'm just glad he's okay. You know, I don't mean to be a condescending prick about this, but I got to be a condescending prick about it. It's okay to hold your favorite athlete accountable, okay? It's okay to say, Jeff, you got to stop fucking up at this point. It's okay to say 3 DUIs in 4 years is 3 too many. You know, it's okay to hold him accountable. You guys don't have to sit here and just say, oh, all I'm going to say is I'm glad he's okay. What about people he's putting at risk? Does it have to be a Sunny situation where he actually takes somebody's life in order for you guys to finally just be like, you know, he's a lost cause? Or not even say that he's a lost cause, but it's like to say, like, hey, you know, Jeff needs to get his head out of his ass because it's 3 times in 4 years. I mean, you know, I don't know what it's going to take for people to understand. Like, I want people to understand, like, I'm not looking down at him for having an addiction. I'm looking down on him because he's putting people's lives at risk by doing what he's doing. So, at a certain point, you know, you guys need to understand that, you know, him having an addiction is not an excuse for driving, getting behind the wheel and driving while intoxicated. And it's crazy that I have to say that because so many people, you know, and I'm not gonna lie. At times in the past, I've absolutely been somebody who, you know, reacts off of emotion instead of reacting off of logic. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are doing with Jeff Hardy. Like, a lot of people are reacting with their emotions, which is why they're just like, you know, all you people who are talking down on him think you're bad. No, I literally just admitted to an addiction issue that I have. I don't think, and you know what? Speaking of my addiction, I think Schleg Daddy put it perfectly, like one of the other times that Jeff had a DUI, because he brought up the fact that he's been smoking for 20 years or whatever. If I end up getting lung cancer and dying, that's nobody's fault but myself. There's nobody's fault but my own because I didn't, you know, I made the decision to start smoking. Same thing with if Jeff you know, I mean, he, God forbid, knock on wood, this does not happen. But if he gets behind the wheel off like alcohol at a certain point, like if he gets on the wheel like drunk, and then he ends up like either killing himself or somebody else, that's on him. You know. So at the end of the day, like, you know, I definitely hope that he gets better. I hope he gets the help that he needs, and I hope he beats this demon. But I can't have sympathy for him because he continues to make this decision to get behind the wheel while he's intoxicated. So that's all I really got to say about that. I've kind of said that multiple times. So, but let me know what you guys think, man. You know, in the chat, or if you're watching this as a video, let me know in the comment section as well. But that's how I feel about Jeff. And honestly, again, I understand what addiction is. I have addictions. I know a lot of other people who have caffeine addictions have addictions, whether they want to admit it or not. But, you know, we all have our vices. None of us are perfect. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I'm also not putting other people's lives at risk by having my addiction, at least. But, you know, so that's that. Let me know what you guys think, though, in the chat. I'm gonna read some of the chats. What's up, Eagles? I see you in here, bro. Disparities in the building. What's good, fam? What's up, brother franchise? I see you. This cutie. No, you. This is facts. Keep Jeff accountable. That's all it is. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that, oh, Jeff is the worst human being ever. But he needs to wake the fuck up, and he needs to stop being selfish by, like, you know, not having the addiction, but by getting behind the wheel and driving drunk. Period. And it's like, if alcohol is the cause of it, bro, which it obviously is, then he needs to stop drinking at this point. Hold him accountable, plain and simple. I don't wish him ill, but it's better to stop him now before it actually hurts someone. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel, Lucky. You know, I don't think that I'm better. Like, obviously, I'm not better than Jeff Hardy because he's living his. Regardless of what you can say, like, he's lived his dream as a professional wrestler. I'm not quite living my dreams quite yet right now, so he's definitely had a great life. But to that point, he has enough money for an Uber. He has enough money for a Lyft. Worst comes to worst, he has enough money for a taxi, so there's no need for him to be drinking. And it's like, what do people have to do? The people have to continuously just babysit him all fucking day to make sure he doesn't drink? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next topic. I mean, if anybody else wants to chime in with anything about Jeff, I'll definitely read it. But we're gonna move on to segment number 2, and that is good old Vinnie Mac, Vince McMahon. Apparently, there is an investigation surrounding him, allegedly paying somebody $3 million to an ex-employee to keep them silent about an alleged affair that they had. So, it's another article you guys can probably pause to read. I'll post a link in the description. Hold on one sec. I'll move this over a little bit. Actually, there. I think I got it. This is a mess, y'all. This is a hot fucking mess. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I'll read like the first sentence here. So, Board of World Wrestling Entertainment is investigating a secret $3 million settlement that company CEO Vince McMahon agreed to make to a former employee over an alleged affair, according to a Wall Street Journal report Wednesday. The separation agreement, which was signed in January, is meant to prevent the now former employee from discussing her relationship with Mr. McMahon or making disparaging comments about him, according to the Journal. An email sent to WWE board members March 30th indicates that the 76-year-old McMahon hired the former staffer, 41, on a $100,000 salary, and then he gave her a raise of $200,000 after they started the alleged sexual relationship with her. Can't really say I'm surprised by any of this. There are reports citing documents and the accounts of people familiar with the board inquiry said the board investigations began in April and has uncovered other non-disclosure agreements over the years involving misconduct claims from former employees against McMahon and John Laurinaitis, WWE head of talent relations. Again, you guys can probably read the rest of this in the chat, but apparently Vince McMahon paid somebody $3 million. I don't know who it is. I mean, I don't think anybody is really like confirmed who it is, and obviously they signed an NDA, so I don't think they'll be able to say anything unless the court orders them to do it. Because I mean, I don't really know how like the legal stuff works. If we have like a legal analyst or something like that in here, definitely help me out with that. But apparently, if you get further into the article, apparently Vince passed her over to John Laurinaitis, which is, basically they just dogged her out more or less and paid her money to dog her out. So that's not a good look for Vince McMahon at all, to say the very least. I don't really know what is going to come out of this. I don't know if he's going to be like forced to sell the company or something like that. But just like from a PR standpoint, this is an awful look for Vince and for the WWE as a whole. I mean, that doesn't mean that I'm surprised by it. That doesn't mean that anybody else is surprised by it. But good Lord, Vince. This is messy. And depending on how many other people he's done this with, because it's indicating in the article at least that there are a lot more people that have done this, or there are a lot more people that Vince has done this to. I don't know. That's, oh my God. I don't like that for the WWE as a whole, but I don't know what to make of this. I mean, I don't even think it's not even really shocking that John Laurinaitis is in this. Like, at first I thought, I was like, I expected this from Vince McMahon, but I'm not even a little bit shocked that John Laurinaitis is part of this. Like, because apparently there have been a lot of complaints about him as far as women go as well. So, not a good look. Not a good look at all. But I'll definitely cover this if there's more that comes out about this. But this is just not a good look for the company at all. That's not good. That's not a good look for Vince or for John Laurinaitis either. And again, I don't know if he's going to be forced to sell the company or not. That remains to be seen. But you got to think something like that's going to happen. You got to think this is like some kind of coup at this point. If like the board is like holding them accountable for this. And I would at least think that John Laurinaitis is going to lose his job when all is said and done. But I don't know about Vince because, I mean, it's kind of his company, but All right. So let's read. Lucky left a comment. I'm not surprised about the affair. Given the way he treated Linda on TV, he probably hasn't hit that in decades. Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Would not think so. Oh yeah, there is one more thing that has come up about this. I'm gonna fix my thing on camera real quick. Somebody left a really cringe comment on Twitter of all places. I know, shocking, right? Somebody left Twitter cringe. Somebody said something cringy on Twitter. of all places. Color me surprised. But here we go. This account, and I don't condone any harassment of this account. I have to say that just in case somebody says something to them or whatever. But it's like, I don't condone anything, any kind of harassment of any of the accounts that are going to be involved in this. But so this Twitter account, AEW Neckbeards3, apparently they're like a parody account or something like that. But they basically took 2 screenshots from Deluxeman, who was also a YouTube content creator. Deluxeman has been around since like I was back like doing wrestling content on YouTube. Outside of this, obviously. But basically, AEW Neckbeards is just like, remember folks, Vince McMahon has an affair, angry frowny faces. Sammy Guevara has an affair, and smiling faces with hearts around it. So let's see what Deluxeman said. So, in regards to the Vince McMahon thing, Deluxeman said, according to the New York Post, Vince McMahon is under investigation by the WWE board over a secret $3 million settlement with a former female employee he had an affair with and would, quote, give like a toy to John Laurinaitis. So he really did lie, or, I'm stupid. So he really did live his TV character, huh? Apparently he did. Apparently he did. So then Deluxeman says about, this is regarding Sammy Guevara of AEW. So for those of you guys who don't know, Sammy had a girlfriend who turned into a fiance named Pam, who he featured on his vlog a whole lot. I became a fan of Sammy Guevara's vlog, especially like over when the AEW first started, and then like, you know, definitely over the course of COVID and whatnot. So I like, you know, watching his vlog during that time, you got to see like his interactions with his girlfriend Pam, and you know, Pam became like somebody that like a lot of his fans were really like fond of. And then once like COVID ended, like once like the restrictions dropped, I think it was last August when I think he wrestled Sean. I don't remember who he wrestled. It might have been Sean Spears. I think before the match, he proposed to Pam. She said yes, and then apparently 2 months later, they canceled the engagement. So then, a few months later, he started dating another wrestler, Ty Conti. She used to be on NXT. She recently got separated from her now ex-husband. So now Sammy and Ty are a couple, and they're like featured heavily on AEW television now. So Deluxeman says, to all the AEW fans saying Sammy Guevara turned, quote, heel tonight, is it really so bad being so goddamn talented? And how bad can Sammy be if Ty Conti wants to bang him on the regular? They ask y'all for privacy and respect, and you all shit on them, so be mad. So I'm kind of going to reprimand both of them. For Deluxeman, you don't got to be defending Sammy and Ty like that, bro. Like, you know, you can call out the cringe if you want, but it's just like, you know, it kind of seems like you're kind of kissing butt right now. Like, you're the type of dude that everybody's going to be like, oh, she's not going to sleep with you, bro. Like, and I'm not even like trying to trash Deluxeman, but it's like, yeah, you don't got to defend, like, go that far to defend them, okay? Like, it ain't that deep. Like, I've defended them before, too. But it's just, like, I've only defended them just because, like, it was, like, really cringe. Like, seeing, I was just, like, calling people cringe, more or less. Like, you know, I'm not, like, going, oh, my God, is this so bad being so damn talented? Like, no, like, that's not why. People are just shitting on them because they're cringe, bro. Like, they're not shitting on them because, oh, they're talented or whatever. Like, you know. I think it was just kind of a misrepresentation of why people don't like Sammy and Ty. But to each their own. Like, I'm not gonna crap on Deluxeman like too much. Me and Deluxeman have kind of a mixed history with one another. Like, I don't have beef with him. I just thought that was a little kiss ashes right there. But anyways, this AEW Neckbeard, I understand it's a parody account, but this is just so fucking cringe, bro. Like, these are not even two comparable situations at all, because we don't know whether or not Sammy had an affair while he was still with Pam. Like, we don't know. So, whereas I guess we don't really know about the whole Vince McMahon thing, but it's like there's more evidence to support that than there is to support Sammy cheating on Pam with Ty. So that's all I really have to say about that. I mean, wrestling fans just kind of think they know it all, but and maybe I look cringe as hell, like quote tweeting it like I did earlier, but who gives a fuck, bro? It is what it is. I just thought this was really cringe and I should show you guys, honestly, but you know. Alright, so now we are going to get, we're not going to get to this yet. We got one more thing to cover before we get to the Twitch partner that I was going to talk about. But apparently Twitch has come out with a brand new ad incentive program. I found out about it through GG's TV, which is another social media network for streamers and just gamers in general. If you guys would like to join GG's and definitely help me out a whole lot, the link is going to be in the description of this stream and of whatever video I do for this as well. So click on that. I'll get 1,000 XP. It'll help me out a whole lot and it'll help get my name up. So basically, if you guys want to help me out, sign up. Straight up. Like, it's a good alternative to like Twitter and like any other social media. But let's flip over to GG's real quick. What up, Savage? I see Savage right there. But so there was an article that the Jesus on GG's posted where he talks about it a little bit. So Twitch launched its ad incentive program, and it was as it was rumored. As you remember, Bloomberg had a report that we are probably seeing changes on the Twitch and ad programs and the partner program as Amazon is trying to get steady positives from the streaming network. While it was warned that plans probably would not get the green light, it wasn't the case for the ad program. Twitch's ad incentive program is official, and as it is expected, Twitch wants you to give more time to ad during your streams, as the CPM formula was not working as great as it was expected to. And a simple way to put it, partners will be given 3 minutes per hour on showing ads during the stream, and directly receives the 55% of their earnings generated from those 180 seconds that people miss your content. To assure the success of this program, Twitch will have more Twitch partners in consideration, and while the program starts today, it'll be expanded to affiliate in August. The good news is that the pre-roll out of ads when a viewer enters the stream for the first time will be disabled. For now, the program is optional for content creators to join and will be on the original CPM formula if you choose not to join the program. I kind of have mixed thoughts about this, but before we get into that, we are going to get into the actual page where Twitch talks about this. Let me read chat real quick, though. What's up, Garrett? I see you in here, bro. What's Kaz? Well, I'm Kaz. I know what you meant, though. How you doing, Garrett? Amazon been trying to be in the positives for a while. Bro, they really are. I feel like they just lose so much money off a lot of the stuff that has to do with Twitch at this point, so I don't know. Alright, so on this page it shows how the ad incentive program works. So the ads incentive program gives creators the option to earn reliable fixed monthly ad revenue. The program is built on top of the ads manager feature, utilizing the preset and timing and automation aimed at easing the management loads of running ads. Alright, so first step is visit the ads manager. We're not gonna go through all this, it's crazy. But yeah, they basically show the process of going through this. So apparently personalized offer is you can get like $100 incentive to run 2 minutes of ads per hour and stream for 40 hours this month. Then the $300 is 3 minutes of ads per hour, 40 hours a month, and then 4 hours for $500 and 40 hours a month. Or 4 minutes, I should say, I'm sorry. Run 4 minutes of ads per hour and stream 40 hours this month for $500. Excuse me. So, I mean, they're at least incentivizing running ads now, which could be a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for creators, but I feel like it might not be a good thing for viewers. We'll read more of this now. And then streamers will be able to see, like, you know, how close they are to getting to their goal as far as hours go. And, like, they'll have a whole schedule of ads. So, they gotta stream 40 hours a month. I mean, I know a lot of streamers who are, like, full-time who stream, like, 40 hours a week. So, I mean, this is easy money for them. And I wonder if, like, these are gonna stack for them. Because if it does, I mean, Amazon's gonna take a hit. And then obviously, they talk about receiving your incentive right here. They talk about opting out right here. So I'm going to post this in the chat real quick if you guys want to read along with me. Probably should have done that at first, but oh well. You know, y'all got to bear with me. You know, this whole show thing that I'm going to try to do every week now. It's going to take some time to get used to and whatnot, obviously. So just bear with me, y'all. So, most partners will get offers. You may not receive an offer if you haven't streamed recently or if your streams have been infrequent. If you do begin to stream more regularly again, expect an offer the following month. Okay. So, not all partners will get it, just like the ones that are active. I think that's fair, honestly. Because if you're, like, really infrequent with streaming, like, obviously, Twitch isn't going to give you access to something like that. Like, so... You know, just stream, like, I guess just stream more frequently. I don't know how frequently they want you to stream, like maybe like once or twice a week, or like 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, I only stream like 2 or 3 times. Like, as of right now, I'm only streaming 2 or 3 times a week. So, yeah, hopefully it's just 2 to 3. All right, so they're not taking requests to join the program either. That's interesting. After I've accepted an offer, can I reduce the number of ads I'm running during a month or pause? So it won't be offering functionality to lower the ads at launch, at least. So... okay, that's interesting. Once I receive an offer, will I continue to get offers in the following months? You may be sure to check back each month. Alright. I need to opt out of this month. How will I know the prorated amount I'll receive? Okay. Well, you guys get the general point. So basically, this is meant so people make more money off of ad revenue. Which, again, in my opinion, that's a great thing for streamers. But I don't know how viewers are going to feel about this. And I feel like this is something that could end up blowing up in Twitch's face. Personally, you know, I think this is something that they're gonna end up seeing that is gonna cause a lot more harm than good for streamers, because I feel like a lot of viewers, when they see ads, will click away and go somewhere else, or just, like, you know, just stop watching the stream as a whole when ads come up. Now, me personally, I don't mind sitting through a few ads. I mean, it's just like commercials to me, but not everybody's gonna feel the same way about this, especially when you get people who are running like 4 ads like like 4 minutes of ads or whatever while like they're watching the streamer. And like, not everybody's gonna feel that same way. I just feel like as a whole, you know, the focus as far as like if you want to make money streaming, there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like the focus should be on doing what you have to do to be entertaining, as opposed to like running a bunch of ads. Because I don't think I don't feel like ads should be more used for anything more than like, okay, I gotta take a shit, or I gotta pee, or I'm about to go smoke a cigarette or something like that, or like just some whatever people have to do. Like, I feel like, you know, it would definitely help people out who aren't making money on Twitch for sure, but it's like, if for like, you know, partners, it's going to continue to lead towards what we're going to get into in just a second. But, you know, I'm not saying it's like inherently a good or a bad thing. I think this is one of those things where we're just going to have to wait to see what the ramifications are going to be and like how quick the rollout is going to be for these. But let's read chat real quick. So I'm still here just doing alright. I appreciate you, Eagles. I think those changes could be good for the small, like, you know, around 60 follower affiliates. It'll make, well, the problem with that, Chumpy, is I don't think that they're gonna give it to those affiliates, at least not right away. You know, because I think the they haven't said that yet, but it's like if it's like an affiliate who has like 50 followers, but they get like 3 viewers a stream, like I don't think that they're really gonna like account for those. Like I don't think that they're gonna get access to that. I think they're talking more about affiliates who are getting like 10 viewers, like averaging like 10 to 20 viewers, which I mean, obviously it's not perfect. Like I'm sure they're gonna like loophole the shit out of this, but that's why I don't think it's like the best strategy. Like I think that they should do something for, in order to make discoverability a little bit better for the platform as a whole. But you know, I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. We all know how Twitch is with a lot of this shit. All right. So before we get into the main event, we're going to look at something real quick that Disparity DM'd me about before I went live. So let's take a gander at this little number right here. Oopsie, wrong one. But this is from Chen, or I guess Lester Chen, who is the global head of gaming creators for YouTube. So the last few months, we have massive live partnerships, gifted memberships beta. I saw a few people that I follow. I know Sacred Almighty and Numb Nexus have gifted memberships now. I haven't gotten them yet, to my knowledge. And then clipping has been something that's been added as well. And then live channel redirects, I haven't gotten those yet either, but those are at least come. Like a lot of like the big streamers are starting to get these. And content format breakouts, and then huge quality of life improvements and analytics. So they've definitely stepped up a lot of things for YouTube. So for those of you guys who want to give YouTube a try as far as streaming, or even just content creation as a whole, they're doing things. They're making moves to make YouTube more viable as far as streaming goes. So if you guys want an alternative to Twitch, I absolutely recommend streaming on YouTube at least, or at least trying to. Now, here's the question for you guys. We'll read Disparity chat real quick. Twitch, what discoverability? I don't see it. I mean, the only thing they really have, we're going to go on Twitch real quick. The only thing that they really have for discoverability is this little thing. Live channels we think you'll like. That's about as far as discoverability gets, and then they'll put like random people on the whatchamacallit page as well. You know, they have Paramount Plus right now, so hopefully you don't get in trouble for that. But it's like, yeah, like pretty much this is all we really have as far as like, you know, just recommended channels. So they do have some level of discoverability, but it's just not very good. It's not really like, you know, the best that it could be. But yeah, like to say they have no discoverability, I don't think is accurate, but it's like it's just not very good. It's just not very good at all. Oh god. Alright, y'all. Y'all ready for the main event? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Alrighty, so I found out about this tweet because of Disparity. So if you guys aren't following Disparity, make sure you guys go drop him a sub and follow him on Twitter as well. But Yeah, so basically, my boy Disparity showed me this tweet last night, like after I got home from work, and it's from a Twitch partner by the name of Expel. And it basically talked about, apparently this dude was formerly a Twitch partner, but he's talking about canceling his Twitch partner or his Twitch partnership or his contract with Twitch, and giving reasons as to why he chose to do that. So let's take a look at this thread, and we're gonna talk about it, y'all. Buckle up. Let's talk about it. All right. So I'm canceling my Twitch contract, and this thread explains my choosing to do so. I recommend reading the whole thread if you have time, because some of this may impact your decisions on streaming / content creation. Click this tweet to see more. Well, we got time today, Expel, so let's get it. Number one, Twitch partner is completely useless for most creators, and in most cases detrimental to your career and creation. While I'm legally unable to speak on my contract or the contract of others, I'll speak on rumors that have been spoken on in the past. So, Expel is not the first person that I've seen who has said that, oh, you know, Twitch partner is completely useless, you know, it's really not all it's hyped up to be. I've seen a lot of people say that. I actually saw Aurora Pickles mention that not too long ago. There are a few other partners that I've followed who, like, kind of have similar, like, who have similar sentiments when it comes to Twitch partner. So Expel's not the first person to say this. Let's get into this further. Everyone wants to be a Twitch partner, but the truth is that the most important thing you get from it is a check mark. The sub split increase is not 70-30 and is only increased slightly for tier 2-3 subs, which most people don't get many of. That's facts. Like, I think the only person who ever gave me a tier 3 might have been FG. I don't think anybody's ever given me a higher than a tier 1. So, and I mean, obviously, I'm not saying that I was like a big Twitch streamer or nothing like that, but it's like, I can't imagine that people who are just hitting partner have that more, like, unless you're like Alinity or Pokimane or like some other like chick who everybody thinks is hot, or like the chick, you know, like the chicks who like everybody simps for, like Amaranth, like other people like that. Like, a lot of us aren't going to get many tier 2 or tier 3 subs. Unless we just have, like, really big fans or something like that. And most of the people that do that, like, I'm not hating on Alinity or Pokimane or anybody like that who gets tier 2, tier 3s. But obviously, like, the people who do that for them are, like, people who are simping for them, who want to fuck them, you know? You know, I'm just saying the quiet part out loud, okay? Don't get mad at me. Additionally, companies don't care about your check mark. They care about your average concurrent viewers. Stop thinking it makes you more valuable. I mean, that's facts. I mean, because one of the things that a lot of these companies that like do all these partnerships and affiliations, one of the things that they always ask you is how many average concurrent viewers you have. Because I applied to like a lot of different things, so I wanted to try to make money other ways, especially during COVID when I was jobless. Like, I applied for a lot of different partnerships, but it's like they're like, oh, well, you're only averaging like 10 viewers a stream. No, sir, that's not gonna work for me, brother. So I definitely feel what he's saying here. Like, you know, the focus should always be on ACV, not just solely on getting partner. So now we got, as for it being detrimental to your career, this part is a bit tricky. Most people want to help small creators, but the truth is, once you reach partner, you're no longer perceived in the same eyes of the viewer. Now, one thing that I did notice, I'm not gonna put their name out there unless they want to like speak up. They probably know what I'm talking about on, but it was an NCAA streamer who became partnered on Twitch. And once they got partnership, it just kind of seemed like their viewership just started going down, down, down. Now, they had other things going on in life that they couldn't really, like, you know, control or whatever. and it caused them to stream less anyway, so I'm sure that's part of it. But I started noticing that like their viewership was going down, and I was like, obviously, like viewership isn't everything. Like, you know, I don't think anybody should like, you know, feel bad about not having a certain amount of viewers. You know, there are some people who like, you know, they wear the whole viewers thing like a badge of honor. Like, oh, they'll flex how many viewers they have. Like, oh, you ain't shit, you ain't have viewers. I mean, that's just little dick syndrome, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, I mean, I definitely can see where he's coming from as far as like, you know, once you hit partner and like people stop coming to your streams and whatnot. A lot of viewers will begin to see you as someone who has made it, even if you're still struggling to continue growth. That means they'll move on to the next person with less than 50 viewers, and trust me, there's always someone else. People support underdogs, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, people are going to support whoever they want to support, but I don't think that that should invalidate what he's going through either. Alright. Now number 2. Creator support is abysmal. I asked a month ago, live chat, to either begin negotiations on my partnership contract or end it entirely. This individual then told me it would forward me to the department to cancel my partnership after explaining there were no negotiations. So you can't even negotiate a contract on Twitch. Like, what the fuck is the point of just giving people a contract if there's no negotiation involved with it? There's no point to it, in my opinion. I was fine with this, but when I finally received an email quite some time after, I was told yet again there were no negotiations and they were closing the ticket. I tried to explain that I said I wanted to cancel, but they told me I didn't even mention that in this ticket. Well, okay. I mean, that's Twitch staff being Twitch staff, I guess. That's not good, though. I'm not saying that to, like, you know, negate his experience as far as that goes, but it's like, you know, that sounds like something they would do. After a month, I've still not been given an opportunity to actually speak with anyone on canceling my contract. And I'm assuming it's because they're trying to lock me into another 2-year contract. So you get signed to a 2-year contract as a partner. Okay. Maybe Expel has it differently than other people, but it's like, that's what it seems to be. I guess he had a 2-year contract where he couldn't stream anywhere else. That's fun. This isn't the first time I've not been helped by Twitch, but I'll save others. Okay. So he has more experiences than that, but he's just kind of keeping them in the chamber for right now. Alright. Now, point number 3. Exclusive contracts without guaranteed pay are simply not worth it. If you're allowing yourself to be locked into a contract because you believe the social status is worth it, you have the wrong mindset. I thought more would come from it, but believe me, nothing did. That's why Twitch Partner is such a fucking scam, though, because they'll lock you into a contract and not give you any guaranteed money for it, bro. Like, what? So you're going to limit people's opportunities in order to stream. Like, you're going to limit where people can stream to just Twitch, but you're not going to give them any money on top of it, though? Don't do away with the fucking contracts then at that point. That's just crazy. The only one I know is one person you're talking about. The rest of them I was like, who? I know a few Twitch partners. I'm like cool with a few of them. I'm not gonna name any of them, but it's like I'm cool with a few of them. Like, they know who they are. If they want to like speak up if they're in here, they can. But hey, opinion on late Mixer. It was a good concept, just a really bad, like, Mixer just had I just had a lot of issues with Mixer personally, but if people enjoyed it, but I had a feeling it wasn't gonna last because they spent way too much money on like people they couldn't afford, I would say. Oh shoot, that notification is probably me. Probably. Hey Lucky. Alright, so let's continue reading here. If you're locked into a contract, in most cases, this means you're not legally allowed to post your content, edited or not, on other platforms within 24 hours. Well, that's something with affiliates, so that's not really anything new, but yeah, I feel that. Read your contracts as they may not be fully exclusive for streaming, but only time locked. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what they do for affiliates as well. Please do not fall into the Twitch partner contract scam as I did. The platform will eventually die without a change in structuring. And if you put all your eggs in that basket, you will go down with that ship. I mean, that should be something that you do whether or not you aspire to be a partner on Twitch. You should not have all your eggs in one basket anyways. Like, it doesn't matter if you're just on YouTube. It doesn't matter if YouTube's your main platform. Doesn't matter if Twitch is. Doesn't matter if Facebook is. Doesn't matter if Trovo is. You cannot put all your eggs in a singular basket, which is why I at least have accounts on all these platforms to where I can post like whatever I'm doing on YouTube and funnel everybody over here. You know, TikTok, not so much, because TikTok I kind of do like wrestling opinions and whatnot, and I'll post a few gaming things as well. But I'm mainly focused on, like, you know, doing like the wrestling TikTok stuff. So overall, you know, I have a lot more platforms than just YouTube. So if YouTube ends, like if I end up getting banned off YouTube tomorrow, God forbid, knock on wood, it doesn't happen, I have other platforms I can go to. Am I going to be as successful on those platforms? That's a whole nother story, but you know. Alright. I'd like to add, you can do whatever you want. Believe all, some, or none of what I'm saying. I'm sharing this information to help individuals understand better what they may want from content creation. Other streaming platforms are getting better. Do your research. Good luck. He's absolutely right. And I'll be honest, I mentioned Disparity earlier in this segment. Disparity's been saying this for a while, bro. The one thing that Disparity has really said over the past, you know, few, like, since I really started hanging out with him, like, since the beginning of the year, is that Twitch isn't the end-all be-all. Twitch is not, like, the only platform that is out there. But a lot of people just have it in their mind that Twitch is the only platform in which you can succeed in streaming. But there are so many people who stream on YouTube who are really successful with YouTube. It's just YouTube takes a lot more work than their streaming. Like, you have to make video content as well. You have to do other things on YouTube in order to grow on YouTube than just stream. And it seems like a lot of these people just want to stream. So definitely feel I almost said XL. I definitely feel Expel on everything that he's saying here. I've not been a Twitch partner, obviously, but you know. But even Stone Mountain is out here saying he canceled his partnership like 5 years ago to multi-stream. And that's personally my big problem with Twitch. Is like, you can't stream on multiple platforms while you're affiliated on Twitch. Or at least at the same time you're streaming on Twitch. Which I think is just asinine. And I feel like Twitch is leaving a lot of money on the table, because if you think about it, if they allowed more people to stream on Twitch while they're streaming on Facebook or whatever, more people will come through to their Twitch streams, and I will make Twitch money as well as making the other platforms money. But Twitch is just such a greedy goddamn platform that they're only worried about lining their pockets. And it's just like, at a certain point, it's going to catch up to them. And I totally agree that sooner or later, Twitch, I don't wish Twitch to die. Like, I'm not wishing anything bad on Twitch. But the way it is, Twitch is not going to last all that much longer. I don't think a lot of these I think YouTube will definitely outlast Twitch. I just don't think a lot of these streaming platforms are going to last very long. I know I didn't swear by Trovo, but I know, like, I've bigged up Trovo a whole lot, but Trovo has a lot of issues, and that's why I don't stream over there anymore. Facebook has issues as well, so I don't know. There are a lot of problems in all these other platforms, and at a certain point, I mean, there are a lot of problems like on every platform, but Twitch definitely, I feel like, has a lot more to work on than like some of these other platforms, because YouTube's at least putting in the work. And it's like Twitch is adding certain things, but it's like Twitch are kind of being busy idiots when it comes to like all this stuff, because it's like they're adding a bunch of things that people aren't asking for, instead of focusing on, like, you know, building up discoverability or doing this, that, and the third. But, you know, I want some of you guys to chime in. I'm gonna read you guys. I read the Mixer thing. Basically branch into other places. Exactly. Don't focus on just one platform. Like, you know, YouTube isn't my only focus. I honestly feel like I make more videos on TikTok than I do like content for YouTube. But, you know, I'm gonna try to balance it out for sure. Trovo definitely got, yeah, Trovo has a lot of issues. There are so many bots on there. I don't feel like discoverability is great over there either, because you gotta like go through all these loops to get people to come through your streams, and then usually all you get is bots who are just like want to get like the mana and whatnot. You know, Trovo definitely has their issues. Facebook, I just think they need to get a whole new overlay. They need an overhaul on their platform, because I don't feel like I don't feel like Facebook is all that viable as a streaming platform. There are people who are definitely doing well on Facebook, but I don't know. I feel like it's pretty much, you know, if you really want to succeed in streaming, it's either Twitch or YouTube. But it's like, you got to do more than just stream as well, especially nowadays. I feel like Twitch will not shut down, but I feel like their time will come. I think Twitch is like ways away from like being in danger of shutting down. But I think if they don't fix certain things, there are going to be more and more people who are making them a lot of money who are going to end up leaving the platform because they refuse to fix certain things. But, you know, Twitch is a slowly sinking ship. More streams will be jumping over to YouTube. Hey, I already made the jump. Disparity actually was the one who kind of it wasn't all Disparity, because I made the choice as a grown-ass man myself to make the decision, but Disparity definitely sold streaming on YouTube very well to me and others. So, and again, I'm not saying don't stream on Twitch. If Twitch works for you, that goes for a partner, affiliate, or whatever. If streaming on Twitch works for you, then by all means continue to stream on Twitch. That's, you know, I'm not gonna try to talk you out of it. That's you at the end of the day. But it's like, if Twitch isn't doing for you what you want it to do, don't be afraid to try other platforms. Even if it doesn't work out on those other platforms, even if like people don't come over from Twitch to join you on those other platforms, because a big fraction of my following on Twitch hasn't followed me over to YouTube. Like Chumpy is like somebody who came over from Twitch. So, same with Prince Mateo, same with Lucky, and like a few other, Garrett as well. Like a few other people. Obviously FG too. But a good portion of the people who followed me on Twitch didn't come over to YouTube, so I feel like if YouTube can improve, as they said in their article, their things will be interesting. I mean, they already have it for like a lot of like the bigger names on here, but like once they get down to like guys like me and like guys like Disparity, once he gets monetized as well, you know, we gonna be good, man. Test the waters, as they say. Exactly. You know what? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try it, because you never know. Like, it could end up being something that ends up being really amazing for you. You really never know. Got your back, my man. I appreciate you, Lucky. Alrighty. Well, I think I got everything covered. For those of you guys who haven't come, or like are just coming into the stream, we discussed a lot of different things in the stream. We talked about Jeff Hardy and his DUI issues. Basically, the TLDR of that is Jeff. People got to stop feeling sorry for Jeff. I don't feel sorry for Jeff. He needs to get his head out of his ass before he kills somebody. The Vincent McMahon thing about him apparently paying somebody $3 million to be quiet about an affair that he had with them, and then him passing her down to John Laurinaitis. I mean, we kind of all knew Vince was like a freaking lecherous old man. So that is what it is. And then we talked about Twitch's new ad incentive program. TLDR of that is, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. We'll just have to see, but I don't think it's gonna like apply to every single streamer on there like they say it's going to, as far as like partners and affiliates go. Like, I don't think every affiliate's gonna get it, but we'll see. Especially with like the amounts that they're like giving out. Like, not everybody's gonna be able to make it, but we'll see. And then of course we just talked about new features is coming to YouTube. And of course, XPEL ending his contract with Twitch and explaining why he did it. So we had a pretty good conversation. But that is going to do it for episode 2 of Mask Off with CazCray. I'm going to try to do this every Thursday before like my Thursday streams though. Just because there are definitely things that I should talk about. You know, whether it comes like wrestling, sports, anything like that, or just like streaming in general. Or just like, you know, talk about certain games and whatnot that are coming out. I think that's definitely something that I have the capability to talk about, and I probably should. With that being said, I'm gonna reopen a tab for suggestions on what I talk about on this show. So if you guys want to leave suggestions in the chat, not in the chat, but in my Discord, join the Discord down below. Somebody will definitely get you in there. Now, when you first join, obviously, it's not completely open. So you got to wait for somebody to give you a role. But somebody will give you a role, you'll be able to talk and all that. But yeah, the link is in the description. So join the Discord. And you guys should be able to leave suggestions for Mask Off. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming through tonight. Once again, if you guys have not joined GGs.tv, highly recommend you guys check it out, especially if you guys are aspiring to be content creators, or even if you just want to support, like find other people to support on Twitch and YouTube and whatnot. The link's going to be in the description. I'll post it in the chat in just a second as well. But you guys making an account on GG's helps me out a ton on GG's as well. It'll help me get discovered more. And who doesn't love helping Kaz, you know? But with that being said, I would just like to thank you guys for coming through to the stream. I'll actually be live again in about an hour. Oh, hey, Lane. What's up? Welcome in, Lane. Long time no see. But yeah, I'll be back in about an hour. We're going to play some Mario Strikers tonight. I'm going to try to beat Galactic mode. Let me redirect that over there, just so you guys can keep the tab up for when I go back live. But thank you guys for coming through. You guys are amazing. And we'll be back next week with another episode of Mask Off with CazCray. And I'll be live in about an hour with some Mario Strikers. I'll be live tomorrow as well with some Smash Bros. And then Sunday, I might try Kaizo again. I might play Legends Arceus. I might play Pokemon Unite. I have no fucking clue what I'm going to do on Sunday. I said I was going to play Unite, but I'm like, you know what? I might have Legends Arceus by then, so we'll see. But either way, thank you guys for coming through to this stream. I'll see some of you guys at least later on tonight. Otherwise, I just want to say thank you guys for coming through. If I don't see you later on tonight, you guys have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, night, or whatever you're watching this. Like I always say, no matter what happens, make sure you keep that mofo rolling. Love y'all 3,000. And I am out 5,000 for now. Until an hour from now. But until then, deuces. Oh yeah, one more thing. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Alright, love y'all.